All right, guys, so if you're in the market for a beast of a bronze dive watch, then this might be the one for you. This is the Boldr Odyssey. They're calling this one the Serpentine. It's the green colorway, which probably will blend well with how the case is going to wear. So this is the material used. What do they call it here? They got it on the back. CUSN8. So if you're a metallurgist, then that might mean something to you. But typical Boldr fashion, it comes in an actually really cool box. I'm not going to show it here just now, but I did show it in the past. Also comes with a pretty cool semi-transparent card here with the actual serial number. Pretty cool. And let's just get into the specs of the watch. So they're claiming 45 millimeter. I get 45 millimeter at the bezel, but if I measure at this cut here on the case over to this cut, it's actually 46 millimeter. So 45 if you measure from the bezel across. So I guess that's probably a good measurement too. It's 45. 52, 53 millimeter or something like that for the lug tip to lug tip. The thickness is going to be a hefty 16 millimeter. That's including the double dome sapphire crystal. 22 millimeter lug width here. This is using the Seiko NH35 movement. You can see the date down there at the 6 o'clock colored date wheel. I did throw this on the time grapher. It is running at a +7 seconds. And the weight on this is a 174 grams. I was just trying to get that little speck off there. Heavy duty triple lock screw down crown. That's an oversized crown. You know, I didn't measure the crown. Usually when there are larger crowns like this, it's kind of fun to measure them. Yeah, it's like 9 millimeter crown. So that is definitely on the larger side. Typically when you get like a 7 millimeter crown, you're kind of like, wow, that's a big hefty crown. This one's 9 millimeter, so super easy to operate. You can tell there's tons of resistance and a nice hefty pop to it, and that's that triple gasket. So of course you're going to be able to hack and hand wind and all that stuff with this one. Very robust, like no play in it or anything like that. The threads line up perfect. Just, you don't have to backspin or anything, just threads right in. 120 click bezel. Excellent bezel feel as well. And everything lines up. You can see, now this is a 500 meter depth rating watch. So like the sapphire crystal is going to be thicker. There's a helium escape valve. You can see it's labeled there on that inner chapter ring, as well as the triple lock crown is also labeled down there. There's the helium release valve right there. So when you get to the higher depth ratings like that, that usually is just going to present a more robust looking watch anyway. So if you look at the dial on this, it's got a heavy texture to it, really nicely done applied indices. You have the old radium type loom. I'll do a loom shot at the end. And there's actually loom on the bezel as well. The bezel insert is aluminum, but you can see it's actually, I don't know if it's cut out or those are, I don't know how they did that construction on that, because you have those bronze bits are actually up higher. So I don't know if that's milled. Yeah, if you try to look closely, I'm pretty sure those are milled into the bezel, and then the bezel insert is cut out and set over top. I could be wrong on that, but that's kind of what it looks like for construction. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I don't know. I'd have to deconstruct it to be sure, and I'm not going to do that. So it comes on this really nice Horween type leather, green colorway matching, almost, you know, that's not spot on, but it's definitely in the right category, right tone to kind of tie in with the green on the watch for sure. So let me pop this guy on wrist for you. Like I said, it's a larger, heavy watch, but, you know, full-size strap and all that stuff should wear good. I'm not going to fully strap it down, but you can see there on my about 7¼ inch wrist. It's a bigger watch. It's going to have more presence for sure. So if you're into the larger watches and bronze watches, then this is definitely one that you might want to consider. It's a very well constructed, very good looking watch, I think. So, all right, let's do the loom shot. You know, I could do a comparison real quick if you guys wanted to see it next to, like, say, an SKX or something. I know I do that with a lot of other watches, just so you can see like a 500 meter 45 or, you know, so millimeter watch with the size of it. It's definitely a larger watch for sure, and definitely thicker. So it's a beast, but there's tons of guys that like them that way. It's definitely not my style. Like, I wouldn't gravitate towards this one, but I still like to show these guys, you know, like I do it even with the dress watches and everything like that, just because it's not my style. It might be your style, so I want you to see it, and I want you to be able to get a better representation on video or pictures or whatever medium you can find to determine if it's something that you want to buy. So really nicely done case back too, and that's important because it's a heavier watch. It's very smooth. It's going to wear nice. There's no rough edges or anything like that. So bronze looks cool. I know a lot of people like it when it starts to patina out and stuff. This one's still kind of fresh. There's no patina on it or anything yet, but that will happen over time. And some people will even go as far as to accelerate that look to really capture that bronze patina that so many people enjoy. So you could do that as well with this one. I don't know the methods on that. I'm sure there's people that could chime in the comments on how you can accelerate that patina on these bronze watches. You know, if you know a really good proven method, chime in down in the comments so people can try it. Maybe they already have a bronze watch and they want to accelerate it. I looked on the Boldr website. This retails for $649. I'm not sure if there's discounts or anything like that. So it's definitely getting up there, I think, for some, you know, Seiko movement, bronze watch and stuff like that. Because bronze is a little easier to machine out too. It's a less expensive material. It's a little softer, a little easier on the tooling and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's some sort of discounts or something. Again, I don't know all the details on that. So big thanks to Boldr for sending this over. I appreciate it, getting a look at this. And let me close you out with a lume shot. Actually glows pretty good for that old radium lume. Plenty bright enough. And it looks like it would be strong enough to last quite a while. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next vid.